There is a word that gets used constantly in the world of animal behavior: bonded. Your dog is bonded to you. You are bonded to your dog. It is a warm word, and it describes something real. But there is a word that goes deeper than bonding: imprinting. Imprinting is not love. It is not loyalty. It is something far more biological. It is when your dog has chosen you as their fixed point, the one presence their entire nervous system organizes itself around. And here is what makes it so easy to miss. It does not look dramatic. It does not announce itself with a grand gesture. It is quiet. It is everyday. And it is one of the most profound things another living being can do for you. Today, we are breaking down the 7 signs your dog has imprinted on you. And we are saving the most significant one for last, because it is the one that most owners completely misread. Sign 1. They choose vulnerability over comfort. Think about where your dog actually sleeps, not where you place their bed, but where they go when the choice is entirely theirs. Here is what most people get wrong. A dog seeking warmth will always find warmth. They are resourceful beyond what we give them credit for. The radiator, the patch of floor that held the afternoon sun, the sofa cushion still warm from where you sat an hour ago. Warmth is not the reason they come to you at night. The truth is that sleep is the single most vulnerable state any animal can enter. Every survival instinct passed down through thousands of years of dog evolution tells them the same thing. Sleep is when danger finds you. Sleep is when you cannot run. And yet, a dog who has imprinted on you will bypass every hidden, quiet, protected corner of your home and come to press against your body, not near you, against you, a paw on your leg, their back against your ribs, their weight across your feet. That contact is not accidental. It is deliberate. You are not the warm option. You are the safe one. And that distinction is everything. Sign 2. They mirror your emotional state before you have shown it. You are having a hard day. You have not said a word. You have not cried. You have not changed your routine in any way a person in the room would notice. And your dog is already there, pressed against you, quieter than usual, watching you in a way that feels different. This is not coincidence, and it is not something that happens with every dog and every person. In 2015, researchers at Azabu University in Japan found that prolonged mutual gaze between dogs and their owners triggered a measurable rise in oxytocin in both parties, the same hormonal response that drives maternal bonding in humans. But the deeper implication was this: dogs who had formed deep attachment bonds showed a unique ability to read subtle physiological changes in their person, shifts in scent, breathing pattern, and posture that happened before any visible emotional expression appeared. A dog that is simply fond of you will notice when you are obviously distressed. A dog that has imprinted on you notices something is wrong before you have even decided it is. Sign 3. They look to your face. First, before reacting to anything. Something unexpected happens. A loud noise outside, a stranger at the door, a sudden movement across the room. Every sensory system your dog has fires at once. And in that split second, before they bark, before they run, before they do anything, they look at your face, not at the source of the sound, at you. This behavior is called emotional referencing, and it is one of the most well-documented indicators of a deeply imprinted bond. Your dog is not looking for permission in that moment. They are doing something far more sophisticated. They are reading your micro-expressions, the tension around your eyes, the set of your jaw, whether your breathing shifted. They are using your face to calibrate their own response to the world. If you are calm, they settle. If you carry tension, they escalate. The critical point here is that dogs do not do this with people they are simply comfortable around. They do it with the specific individual their brain has identified as the most reliable source of information about whether the world is safe. And when your dog's very first instinct, in the moments that matter most, is to find your face, that is not habit. That is imprinting made visible. Sign 4. They respond to you differently than anyone else in the room. This one is easy to observe, but incredibly easy to underestimate. You walk into a room where your dog is settled. Their head lifts, their tail moves differently than it does when anyone else enters. Looser, more full body, more immediate. Or consider this version. Someone else calls their name and they glance over. You call their name and they are already moving before the second syllable has left your mouth. This selectivity is not the result of training. It is not simply about who feeds them or walks them most often. Imprinting produces a neurological response to one specific individual that does not replicate itself with others, no matter how familiar those others are. A dog who likes everyone in the household will respond warmly to everyone. A dog who has imprinted will respond to you in a way that is categorically different, faster, more physical, more complete. Watch your dog the next time you walk in after even 10 minutes away. That full body looseness, the tail that moves their entire back end with it, the immediate orientation toward you. That is their nervous system recognizing its anchor. Sign 5. They follow your movement, not your location. There is a meaningful difference between a dog who follows you around the house and a dog who has imprinted on you. A dog following out of habit will eventually realize you move to the kitchen and wander in. A dog who has imprinted is already moving before you have fully stood up. They have been reading you, your shift in posture, the redistribution of your weight, the micro movements your body broadcasts before you consciously decide to go anywhere. They have predicted your movement before it has happened. They are not following you. They are staying ahead of you. This predictive tracking is one of the most remarkable things an imprinted bond produces. Your dog has spent so much time studying you, your patterns, your sequences, the signals your body sends without your awareness, that they have built a map of you more detailed than any other being in your life carries. And that map keeps them oriented toward you even before you have given them anything to follow. Sign 6, they seek physical contact with no external motivation, no food nearby, no excitement in the room. Nothing has just happened that would logically trigger closeness, and your dog comes and presses their body against yours anyway. The lean, the paw placed quietly on your leg, the head rested on your knee, the body wedged into whatever space exists between you and everything else. This is one of the clearest physical expressions of an imprinted bond, and one of the most consistently misread. People often assume this kind of contact means the dog wants something. Attention, a walk, play, but a dog who has imprinted initiates contact in moments of complete ordinariness, when nothing is being asked for and nothing is on offer, because proximity to you, the physical fact of being against you, produces something in their nervous system that nothing else in their environment can replicate. Researchers studying co-regulation in dogs have found that this kind of unprompted contact is one of the most reliable indicators of deep attachment. The dog is not performing closeness. Their body is seeking regulation, and you are the only source of it that works completely. Sign 7. They check back to you in open space, even when they don't need to. This is the one, the quietest sign on this list, and in many ways the most profound. You are at the park, the lead is off. Your dog is 20 meters away, nose completely buried in something fascinating, fully absorbed. And then, without being called, without any prompt from you, they look back. Just a glance, just long enough to find you, and then right back to what they were doing. This behavior is called the secure base check-in, and it is the single most consistent behavioral marker that distinguishes an imprinted dog from a dog who is simply well attached. The behavior was first documented in studies of human-infant attachment. A toddler mid-play will periodically glance back at their caregiver, not because they need anything, but because the caregiver's continued presence is the very condition that makes exploration feel safe. Remove the caregiver, and the child stops exploring entirely. Researchers have documented the exact same pattern in dogs who have imprinted on a specific human. That voluntary glance back in open space, when no one called them, when nothing happened. Is your dog confirming that you are still there? Not out of anxiety, not seeking permission, because you are the fixed point in their world. And a fixed point needs to be confirmed periodically just to keep everything else feeling navigable. That glance is your dog telling you something that has no words in their language. You are the reason the world feels safe enough to explore. I just needed to make sure you were still there.